Hello and welcome to this month's art exhibition, which has been created just for you. So please enjoy the video. If you're new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe, and drop me a comment. Let me know which one's your favourite. And there's a link in the description if you want to go and see sizes and prices, etc. if you fancy buying yourself a new painting. We'll start the exhibition with a still life. Artists have been painting still lifes for centuries, and I'm sure they will continue to. So this was painted in 2020, and I was just trying to show the textures of the onions. It was the colours that appealed to me actually on this, and the reflection. So I quite like the brushwork, and I've got some sort of impasto marks on here. And I set up a light box, so I had the light coming through, and that created some of this reflected light as well on that one. So perhaps a nice piece for in the kitchen maybe. And here we have the village of Chassignol, and the light was just coming down lovely here, and we had this golden hour sunlight on the side of this building. And I quite liked all these signposts on here. Two signs telling you to go to Crozon. Obviously that's the original one from many years ago. And I used the brush marks here to direct the viewer's eye into the scene. And you know, we see scenes like this in rural France all the time, with these lovely little towns, and so much character in these buildings that are, you know, several hundred years old, and have had many generations living in them. So it's great fun to capture them in oil paints. So from here we'll go off to Wales. So in this exhibition we're looking at a few still lives and buildings with character, and you know, this is a lot of buildings here. This is actually factories and so on from Port Talbot in Wales, and you kind of get this view as you travel across on the motorway, which is a 50-mile-an-hour speed limit. On average, you've got to be careful there. I think a lot of people have been fined for speeding there unknowingly. But this was all about the atmosphere and connecting up the shapes, and you know, they're not, obviously it's not a beautiful site, shall we say, but in watercolour, connecting it all up with atmosphere, it can you know, be quite atmospheric. And just simple things like using the white of the paper here just to create that sense of light, and using the water and the characteristics of watercolour to create those misty effects. So that's Port Talbot in Wales. So back to France. So this is Montcuq in France, and we were visiting some friends in this area, and we actually went to a brocante, which is what this scene was about, which is like a car boot sale in the UK, or a garage sale, I think you call them in America. And we actually purchased a yoke, which had been used on the farm many years ago, and we've got some a walkway with the original stables downstairs underneath where we are here at the moment, and we put it on there as a feature. So that was a bit of a memory from the market there. And I would say we visited a friend who paints watercolours as well. So it was maybe a scene that they had to go at as well, perhaps. So from there, another one in France, but in oils. So up here we have Crevant village, which is not far from where I live here in France. So this was painted out on location. The paintings I do on location tend to be a little bit more loose and spontaneous, and this again was about capturing light, and I used a lot of loose brushwork in this piece that I do enjoy outdoors painting, and I think I do sort of capture the you know, the atmosphere of the scene sometimes in when I'm outdoors painting, more so in the studio. And they certainly hold a memory, the outdoor paintings, because when I look at this painting I can kind of remember standing there painting it, because obviously it's quite a thing to do, is to go outdoors and take all your equipment and set up and stuff, so you do kind of remember. So it's quite nice to look back at some of these, which is why I'm doing these exhibitions, for you to see some of my work and hear the story about, you know, how these paintings come about, and you know, for myself to look at them again, because otherwise they just get put away in storage and never seen again. So it's all good fun. So we'll have a look at a little house with character next. So this is actually my art studio, this little house. This is a house on the property where we live. That it was the original house, and then they built, as the family grew, the house we live in now. So this was a workshop for quite a few years for us when we moved here, but recently converted it to an art studio so I could have some heating in the winter. So again, it's got you know, a little bit of feeling to this one, that it's a house we know very well, and oil painting was, oil paint was quite a nice medium to capture this scene with the, to try and capture the character of the stonework and the setting with the loose atmosphere, the softness in the sky. And obviously in France, a glass of red wine always goes down very well. But, we've got a croissant coming later on in this exhibition as well. And obviously the challenge here was to try to capture that effect of the shine on the glass. And for me, the still lifes tend to be, I look for a bit of a challenge to capture the surface of whatever I'm painting, whether it be glass or the textures and so on. Obviously glass was the challenge on this one. And this was a scene I actually painted here on plein air a few years ago, although this was done in the studio, this piece, that I adapted it to be a more atmospheric scene. This is Chateau Biron, I believe it was, and there was actually a piano concert in the chateau, and so while I was painting I had some music being played, which was nice. And again, like a lot of my paintings, particularly in watercolour, I'm going for atmosphere, and the figures here add the life to the scene. There was a little cafe or a restaurant down here, so people enjoying a meal before and after the concert. And another still life, and just adding a bit of colour onto the book there. And why not a rose? We've got lots of roses in the garden, so it was easy to come up with one. And I used a technique to blur the background there, similar to like photography, to put more focus on the actual main parts of the painting there. So and a slightly longer layout for the panel there for that piece. And then off to a chateau. So this is Chateau Sarzay, not far from where I live, and I've painted this location actually on plein air as well. This was done in the studio, but I did it on a little pochade box. Actually went there on a motorbike and set up and did a little painting, so I know this scene quite well, and painted it in watercolours and oils. And it's just a nice little chateau, privately owned, and you can go in and walk around in there. That I haven't done as yet. My wife Kate has, and has assured me it's worth a visit, so we'll do that one day. But it's quite impressive to see it from the outside. And when I was there, the sun was going down, so again, the warm summer evening light coming across here, which then we saw some cool blues and colours in the shadow there, which you don't actually pick up on the photograph. So if I hadn't painted it on location and saw those colours with my eyes, I wouldn't necessarily have that information from the photograph. So that's a local scene. And another local scene here in watercolour. So this is La Chatte in the Indre, central France. And as always, the sunlight plays a part somewhere in my paintings, I think. And the addition of the figures there, it's quite a fairly quiet town, really. And again, the way I paint watercolour is very loose and expressive, letting one wash flow into the next. And you can't see where does the car start and finish, the shadows and so on. So there's connection all the way through. It's not about the details of the car, the buildings. It's about the sunlight and the way the trees and the buildings all around scatter that light and shadow across the scene. So on to another French town, but La Rochelle this time. And this is La Rochelle, but I did paint the iconic scene of the harbour as well, but this was a scene in the town, and it was the tall buildings, the cyclists, again shadows coming across here, and those figures getting lost in the shadows that appealed to me on this scene. So it's could be anywhere in France. This one that could be Paris, but this was La Rochelle as I remember it. So another still life coming up, something tasty. And on this scene we were trying to relay those textures there with the paint and the shininess of the pastry of this delicious croissant. So you can't go far in France without going past the boulangerie, and so you're never short of something nice to eat. And the problem is that they are too nice to eat, and you end up eating too many of them. But this one stayed long enough for me to paint it. And this is a nice little painting. This is in the Dordogne area. This, I believe, I'll put it on the screen if I remember where it is, but it's about the bridge connecting these shapes across here, and this interesting shadow. There was a curve on this building, and I sort of decided to paint it more sort of an evening feel, so it has a nice sort of blue harmony in this scene here. It's a place we've been many times. It's the camper van air just on the other side of the bridge there, so I have painted it in this location on with watercolour as well. I quite often will paint scenes in watercolours and oils, and then another cityscape or another another town scene. And this was one of my favourite scenes that I've painted recently, and this was in the south of France. And I just love all these little old buildings, the oak beams and so on, which are hundreds and hundreds of years old. And the reflections on the car, I think, worked well on this scene, and mixing a bit of new with old. So it's all quite interesting. I hope there's not too much shine on the picture there, but I will share a photograph as well, as you can see up on the screen, that I'm currently in the midst of renovating this studio a little bit, putting the ceiling on, which I can adjust the lighting and so on. I've got a new camera as well, so it's sorting all out the settings and the lighting and so on, but we'll get there. I'll keep practicing. I've got a lot of paintings to practice with. And this one is from my hometown of Crofty Mine in Camborne, or Poole, I should say. I think it's in Poole, classified just near Camborne in Poole. And I actually grew up not far from here. So these are the old miners' houses here, and it's no longer a working mine, but it obviously was once upon a time, and probably quite a few people know about the mining history of Cornwall through Poldock series, probably. But it's obviously a big part of the Cornish history for Cornwall. And for me, some scenes are just really set up for watercolour, and this is one, particularly scenes with water, hence the watercolour. It's great for painting water. And we've got the skyline here of London, and the strong contrast of light and dark, and the working boats there. Again, a nice sort of historic piece. All the smoke coming up here, and the atmosphere. It's what that one was all about, really. And another watercolour in Paris this time, and the iconic sort of buildings with the road going through these tall buildings, and so much detail here that I haven't painted, but I've painted atmosphere and the hustle and bustle of the Parisian life, the figures, the cars, the wet, rainy road. Again, all about atmosphere. So there you go. That's just touching the surface of family paintings I've got. I've been painting a long time, and I paint very, very frequently. So I'm building up stocks and stocks of paintings. So I'm going to be showing them to you over the course of the next few years, along with lots and lots of demonstrations of how to create the artwork. So hopefully you've enjoyed that video. Let me know in the comments what you think. Hit the like and subscribe, and check the link out in the description.